to Stanford, everybody. Woo! Yeah. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Thank you, everyone, for coming out to our 13th hackathon, part 3, because it's the third conference hackathon. I'd also like to point out that today is June 16th, 2016. 6, never mind. Yeah. So what is a hackathon? A hackathon is usually a day or two where you get together with a bunch of people around a project or a set of ideas to try new things, right? And trying new things here is we're actually taking a pretty broad approach. So if you want to try a new programming language, this is a really great time to do it and see how it applies to the Open edX platform. If you have an idea and you want to see what a proof of concept would look like. If there are things that you really want to get to that you just kind of haven't been able to touch on, or if you want to look at a completely different part of the platform or the project in general, right? This is a great time to work on translations, for example. You don't really have to do something useful, but if you do, that would be great. Who's the hackathon for? It's for everybody. It's for everybody interested in the community or the project. We have people here who are going to work on design projects. We have people who are going to be coding and translating and writing stuff. So don't think that your skills aren't right. If you're here and you care, then we can find something to do. Here are a few additional notes. Our main rooms are going to be 282. And then we have other rooms in the space. We do not have 299, 290, 180, and 190 today. We'll have those tomorrow. And you can't have food or drink in the rooms, okay? Today we are not providing lunch. Tomorrow we are also not providing lunch. We are not providing breakfast either day either. We do have coffee. There are more details about lunch on the wiki, and hopefully everyone can break down into groups and take care of themselves for lunch. We have this space starting at 9 a.m. today and 9 a.m. tomorrow. Tonight at 10 p.m., we all have to leave. Tomorrow from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., we'll be doing our presentations at the end, and then we all need to leave. For more details on this and in general the hackathon page and the event in general, you can go to the conference website. We're using Slack for communications. This includes both here and in Cambridge. We're just using the channel Hackathon off of the Open edX Slack team. For specific projects, please use hack-fill in the blank. I think hack-lunch and hack-dinner are two very important ones, maybe combined into hack-food. So a quick, what we're going to do with the rest of this time, people are going to line up to pitch their projects. They're just going to tell us what they want to work on and see if anyone wants to help them. Then you can pick a project. So find the person who suggested it, go sit down with them and come up with some plans, have lunch, then work, and then tomorrow we'll be presenting. Who wants to pitch a project? Come on down.
And it can be something you wish you could work on, but
yeah.
need help with. I think a lot of the edX people are happy to join other projects to get people going on something that maybe they wouldn't be able to just do all by themselves.
Cool. Yeah.
Everybody, so my name's Vanil Patel. I work at edX, and Gabe, Molly, and I will be, you can find us hanging out together in the hackathon room, and we will take any deployment-related questions that you guys have. The only caveat is you have to open up a wiki page and put those on the public wiki so that other people can also use them. So we can provide all the answers, let's get them documented, and then we'll move them around, get them all cleaned up. So I'm going to be working on documentation around deployments for everybody. So find me in the ops room on Slack or in person, and we'll go from there.
Hi, I'm Peter Pinch from MIT. edX is awesome for assessments and video, but sometimes you just want to put a PDF in your course, and it takes 7 steps to add a PDF to your course.
Let's get it down to 6.
We can do better, and it shouldn't even be that hard. Yeah, that's what I want to work on. Probably going to need some help from front end and design at some point, but it can't get much worse, right?
What skills will people need?
I think we're going to be looking at the WYSIWYG editor in the HTML blocks. And then we probably have to figure out how to connect that to the file and upload. So it's probably a mix of JavaScript and Python. Okay.
Hey guys, I'm Andy Armstrong. The project I would like to work on today is trying to get rid of all the coffee script we have in our code base. So the idea that Steve Birch gave me, which I'm very excited about, is just to take the generated JavaScript that we have, so delete the coffee script, check in the generated JavaScript, and then clean it up as best we can if there are sort of things we can do to make it a little more readable. But at least we'll get to the point where we no longer have to deal with CoffeeScript. That's my plan. I'm hoping to do it in lots of small PRs, so if you want to sign up for this, you can come join me, and we can give you an area to tackle, and we'll move from there. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Ned. I'm going to be porting the internationalization tools repo to Python 3 so that we can use it on our projects that are Python 3 based rather than just Python 2 based. That's going to be sort of a mechanical task, so I'm happy to jump onto any other questions or projects that people have. There are also projects going on in Cambridge right now, and I don't know how well people could join those if they wanted to, but we should look into that.
Hi, I'm Christine Michael. I'm the UX designer at edX, and I have two things. The first is that I have help from our UX teams back in Cambridge, our accessibility staff back in Cambridge, and a member of our docs team who are on hand either for asynchronous consultations this evening, and basically they get back to you by tomorrow morning, or you can have a 30-minute consultation with them sometime tomorrow. The only catch is that you have to sign up in advance just so that they can know, they can coordinate with you, get your email address, plan everything. So I'll send that out on the Slack channel so that you guys can see. It's a Google sign-up sheet. The second thing is from a design perspective, one thing that I would love to do with folks from the OpenEdX community is to talk about our learners, to talk about what they do, and basically make some assumptions about that. And then from this information, basically design something that is a lot bigger than anything that we can imagine or do today. So forget edX 2.0, like I'm looking at edX 6.2, like let's just break it completely and see what we can come up with. So I have a few challenges in store, but it's a lot of brainstorming and a lot of like group appropriate designing. So if anyone's interested in participating, let me know.
Hi, I'm Bill DeRusha from edX, and I want to work on rethinking the design of course modes. Right now, course modes are just a string that says verified or honor or audit, and we have all over the code base, if string equals honor, all of this business logic that is around the features that we assume are in an honor mode or an audit mode, and those are not always true for all instances of OpenEdX. Those are not always true for even our own deployed instance of edX. When we we brought back an audit mode, and the old audit mode had let you generate a certificate, and there was code all over the code base that said if audit, certs are fine, and now it's not true, where we could have just said if course mode allows certificates, then do certificate related things. So making it more attribute driven and less assuming that a string means a whole host of features that we may or may not want to support or need to support in the future. I'm also around to support, I'll be floating to support any e-commerce or catalog API questions or projects, so feel free to use Slack. I'm at Bill on Slack.
Thanks. A few more quick notes about projects. One, on the Hackathon wiki page, there's a list of things that people are interested in or working on. So you can check that and find those people. Many of them are in Cambridge and not here. Another really useful or interesting thing to do would be to look over past hackathon projects. They're all pretty well documented, and see if there's anything there you think is interesting but needs like an extra push or to be reviewed before taking it farther. And we have some bite-sized bugs out there, so if you want to look at something new that you haven't seen before, but you want to take this tiny thing and tackle it and get it finished, this is a great time to do that. We have some people who will be working on translating as well, and if you have questions about using Transifex, the project, the software we're using for our translations, you can talk to Ned. This needs both people writing new things or reviewing them. Ned is wearing a edX blue shirt. It's great. Then something I'm interested in working on is I'm really interested in the idea of like advancement within communities and projects. So, you know, you're starting out as a fresh contributor. How can you gain more responsibility? How can you work to get more involved in different parts of the project? So if you want to talk with me about that, I'm going to try to create some proposals and some ideas of like steps people can go through and perhaps, you know, goals that they could reach. I also really like icebreakers. So if anyone wants to do some icebreakers to get to know each other better, just come to me. There's the computer's dead. Great. So go have fun. And that took less time than we anticipated. So maybe you want to have breakfast instead of lunch. Ned has a question.
It's a statement. There will also be ad hoc juggling instruction as needed.
Ad hoc juggling instruction as needed. Ned will also be providing that, and he is still, in fact, wearing a blue an edX blue shirt. Great. See ya. Go.